So hey guys, today we're looking at Unchained, and we're specifically looking for a non-engine that really supports Unchained well. So I kind of know what Unchained do, but just to summarize some key points here with Unchained, the only two cards that block you are Rakea and Aruha, specifically on their non-archetypal effect. So the archetypal effect being if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect specifically on the field. So if they're destroyed in hand by something like an Eradicator, they do not trigger. Or no, not Eradicator, but you know, the virus cards, right? So that wouldn't trigger them. If they're destroyed on field, however, you can special summon any Unchained monster from your main deck, aside from itself. And is this hard once per turn? Yeah. So they all have hard once per turns. So that's cool and all, but moving on, we have Unchained Soul Lord of Yama, which is completely generic to make. So, well, not completely, but two Fiend monsters, so doesn't require a single Unchained monster. This card is special summon. You can add a Unchained monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. And this part is generic as well. If a card you control is destroyed by battle or card effects, while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card, special summon a Fiend monster from your hand or graveyard. Then you can destroy one card you control. Just for example, though, you can special summon Chaos Angel. Yeah, Chaos Angel's a Fiend. And it can indeed be in your graveyard. Hmm. Oh, and to throw that out there, you know, just throwing this out there, Chaos Angel, the effect to banish is triggered on special summon, so this would indeed trigger that. Well, that will probably never come up though, probably. But yeah. Moving on from that, these guys just are in general somewhat generic-ish. So this means that there might be some way to kind of generically use them, but even if not, let's just say we slap another engine in here. The engine is like fairly efficient to an extent. I think it's mostly two card combos with the exception of Tour Guide. Uh, but let's say we have Aruha effect, which locks you. Why not just do a full Snake Eye combo first? And then activate Aruha targeting, I don't know, like Abominable Chamber of the Unchained to pop, and then do your full combo, right? And I guess also worth mentioning that this is some important information. If we have like any fiends that we use to make Yama with, and they go to the graveyard, then we can just special summon them back, right? So what we can do actually is we can add, uh, like assuming we use like two normal monsters, for example, to make Yama, then we can add Aruha to pop uh, Yama effect to pop Aruha, special summon back uh, just anything in general. And then we can use this effect to summon Sharvara, link off for Unchained Soul of Rage. Then we have effect to pop. We also have effect to link off. And that's pretty decent, right? Still. So we can then link off into this, and then we can add back Sharvara for the next turn from the graveyard to the hand, right? If we pop, for example, Unchained Soul of Anguish with the effect of escape. So works pretty well. And that would be with like any like two fiends kind of asterisk. Yes. So we'll get more into that later, but just in general, I found a few ways to kind of play Unchained. Well, or access Unchained because of, you know, Yama being somewhat generic. So first off, we have Punk. So bit jank, but works. Not entirely that efficient unless you open like specifically Ogre Dance, but essentially what we're going to do is this is a fiend and they're generic synchro 8s, so pretty simple. We just do the punk thing, we get a level 3 on the field and a level 5. We can do that with Rising Carp, or we can just grab like Deer Note. So for example, what we can do if we open like enough punk monsters, we can do a Xiamen effect, add Ogre Dance. Ogre Dance adds Deer Note effect to special summon itself. And then from there, we can just summon back Ogre Dance and Synchro Summon into Fiend Synchro 8. And as inefficient as that is still going to get us a Yama. If we open specifically Ogre Dance, we can go Rising Carp, grab we probably grab a Shark Kusai at some point, and we just Madame Spider. So we also just get Guri Punk, Dangerous Gabu as well, essentially. So Monster Negate. So not as bad as it seems. So that is going to be like potentially Monster Negate, destroy one card, and also link off one of our opponent's monsters. So still alright, I guess, in general. Could be better, but it is what it is. And then following that up, we have like um specifically I guess Danger, Greffer, Dark, um or Danger with Dark Greffer. So we have Danger Nessie Dark Greffer combo. So we grab these guys like this, and then we grab Dark Greffer. So what we could do is we actually can access two fiends with these two if we open these two, and we can do this without normal summoning. So what we can do is Dark Greffer discarding Danger Nessie, and then we add Jackalope, and this is to special summon Dark Greffer, then discard Jackalope to summon Mothman, and then we'll use Mothman and Dark Greffer to make Dugaris, and here you might notice Dugaris is a fiend. So if we just send any Dark Fiend monster, they're probably better targets, probably, to look for, but uh, not super concerned right now with that. It's just any Dark Fiend, and then boom, you have two Fiends, and then Unchained Soul Lord of Yama. So we just bring it back with Dugaris, whatever we Foolish Burial with Dark Greffer, and boom, same kind of combo is accessible once again. And keep in mind, you still have your normal summon, so that could work potentially, but not the play I am super invested in, honestly. We could be looking for more. So we have Cherubini as well. So this is going to be a bit different. So this I don't think is possible as like a one card combo. So I don't know exactly how many cards this will take, but yeah, we're going to need this, grab a Redoer, and then we'll need to grab some Fam Knights cards. So we'll need a copy of Bardiche. We might want a copy of Breaksword just because Fog Blades, the usual. But it won't be necessary for this combo necessarily. And then grab this. Okay. So what we can do here is going to be pretty damn jank, but it will probably work. And probably working is good enough for me. So sadly though, Cherubini is a fairy. If this was a fiend, life could be easier. But let's see. We have Fiendish Rhino Warrior. So, like before though, well, what we're going to be doing here is going to look completely stupid, but if it gets us there, it gets us there, alright? So, I gotta check real fast. You can only use the select to finish Rhino Warrior once per turn. Hard once per turn. Sad. But, what we can do here is, we'll start off with, Cherubini. So, maybe we open like I don't know, it doesn't super matter how it happens exactly, but if let's say we don't have any access to Unchained, right? What we can do is Cherubini, send Fiendish Rhino Warrior. Fiendish Rhino Warrior can then send Fervara, which if it is sent to the graveyard at all, can set a Unchained spell trap directly from our deck. So here, we can then use that effect to set a card. So just any card doesn't really matter. So set like Abominable Chamber of the Unchained, sure. And what we can do later is whenever we have access to Bardiche, so this is definitely not like one card comboable, maybe like doable as two. So what we're going to do is we're going to summon Cherubini, and then we're going to get the Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardiche, and Bardiche is going to specifically have to send, I believe, Ancient Cloak, and we're going to need to set Shade Brigandine, so that we can then activate Ancient Cloak to add Stained Greaves, so we can then activate the effect of Bardiche to pop. So Bardiche actually has an effect to pop, so right here. You can target one card on the field, destroy it. So it's not just your opponent's cards, it can be your cards. So we're going to simply use that to our advantage and pop Abominable Chamber of the Unchained, and this will allow us to special summon an Unchained monster. So in this case, it's probably best to go for Sorama, I think, right? And then we should be able to attempt something. It's not necessarily going to be the best, but it'll get us places. So we're going to have to analyze this a bit more, but since we popped Abominable Chamber of the Unchained, we can summon Sarama, and then we can Sarama effect, uh, set Abominable Chamber of the Unchained again, or whatever Unchained card we added. That doesn't matter. I think Escape is better, so just pretend this is Escape, I guess. So we can set Escape, and then we can destroy one card we control. So we can pop Sarama, right? Yeah. And then Sarama effect will trigger, allowing us to summon a different Unchained. So here I think the best option, I'm not 100% sure what it would be, but I guess we can just summon like Shyama here. It shouldn't super matter. But like to trigger Bardiche, we do have to perform an XYZ summon essentially. So if a Dark XYZ monster is special summoned to a zone this card points to, worth mentioning I guess is that Redoer actually doesn't special summon itself in then phase, it returns, so it doesn't trigger Bardiche. So anyways, focusing back up, what we're going to probably be doing is using Shade Brigandine and our copy of Sting Greaves to make a rank 4. So we're going to just do that, right? So we can make go check this real quick. Locked into dark monsters. But yeah, anyway, so we can make Redoer. So if we actually have the mats for Redoer to be like beneficial, it's super worth doing, right? Because we have a trap, we have Shade Brigandine on Redoer, right? So Redoer gets the effect of place one face-up card your opponent controls on the top of the deck. So that's fine. But the thing we're mostly going to be looking to do here, I don't think we have much of a choice with this, is to summon Dugaris actually, and we're going to want to summon back a Fiend monster. So we're probably going to want to summon back either Sharvara here or Fiendish Rhino Warrior. Either or, I don't think it super matters which one you choose. But either way, now you control 2 Fiends. Or actually, in this case, 3 Fiends. You control Dugaris, you control Fiendish Rhino Warrior or Sharvara, whichever one you brought back, and you also special summon like another like Unchained monster, right? So yeah, somehow, some way, this leads into an Unchained combo because we can make Yama. So yeah, that's just combo from there. We can just add Aruha and combo, and we have bodies to do it. Like I know this like goes really out of the way, right? So we have to go Cherubini, and then after we go Cherubini, we probably still need some kind of dark normal summon to make Bardiche, but hey, if it gets there, it gets there. And notably, we don't get like dark locked unless we make this, right? So we can make Dugaris without being worried about getting locked, and yeah, uh, it works, and we can add Yama, add Aruha combo. What does the combo end on exactly? I am not 100% certain. I'll be real. But I mean, if we do have access to a Fog Blade, we could probably get rid of a Fog Blade. Like, if it goes to the graveyard, we can then special summon back a guy, I think. No, we don't have anyone to special summon back. We can't summon back Break, so pretty awkward, but, you know, it's barely functional, and sometimes that's enough for me. And if we go to the twin cards, like, you know, Live Twin and all that, the main deck monsters are Cyberse, but the extra are Fiends, so you simply do like the life twin combo up until like where you would make Trouble Sunny. Instead, you just make Yama, and you're just going to be Fiend locked essentially for the extra deck specifically. So yeah, you can just make Yama and then combo the same way as before. But the difference, I think this has a little bit more synergy. What you can actually do is with Yama effect, you can special summon a fiend monster from your hand or graveyard. So you can use that to, for example, special summon. I think the best one here is the pink one. So special summon Kill to special summon Evil Twin Lila, and then that's like another pop. So that's cool, you know. It works. Functional. And I don't think there's like that much more for you to do with Yama, like despite being somewhat like or like kind of generic. You can't really use this with like a Promethean princess or anything. So imagine a world where Yama was actually a fire monster, then that would go crazy, right? So Promethean princess locks you into fire, so it can't really use this plus one other fiend to make Yama. If Cherubini was a fiend, then maybe we'd be able to cook something. I kind of checked over all the BA cards, and I don't think they're able to get enough fiends onto the field. Like, not off of just solo Cherubini at least, so that doesn't work. But for the most part, pretty functional, I suppose, here. And maybe in the future I'll try like a PK build with this. Because it'd be funny. And I mean, at the very least, these guys are going to be usable as like level 3 kind of extenders. If you really want that, to use them for that. With like Bardiche Pop, we have like Ashura King maybe. We could make Ashura King, yeah, probably. Let's see what this does. Increase the levels by 1. Okay, that's required. Alright, maybe not. But maybe. Nah, we'll have to really think on this one. But I mean, either way, there could be a pretty intelligent way to make Yama that I'm just missing. But yeah, this is all I could really think up on my own. So, if you guys have any ideas, feel free to share in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.